Hey guys, it's Terry. Happy energy reading. So nice to see you. So we have a weekend energy reading that goes from today, which is Thursday, all the way through Sunday, and we're finally in Leo season. Yes. And today's my birthday. Whoop, whoop. So I made sure my hair looked like a lion's mane. Girl, baby, yeah. Cancer season was rough, yes. Holy shit skis. I was talking to a girlfriend the other day, and I actually mentioned to her that I had cried every day for the past 2 weeks, at least 2 or 3 times a day. I had one day off this week, and it was the day, not yesterday, but the day before. So it was as we were transitioning from Cancer season to Leo season, where I didn't cry at all, like the entire day. That was a true blessing. I will tell you, I had so much gratitude for no face leaking situations that day. I was like, I can rest. Cancer season was a rough one. It was all about home and nurturing and our childhood. So also being retrograde season, you guys, we had a lot going on in our plates, reevaluating value systems and, just revisiting who we are, what is our essence. And I thought we took care of all that during Venus retrograde. Holy shit. No, this was so much about family life and so much family and childhood issues and traumas. Our inner child came out to play. And let me tell you, Dark Terry has been poking her head out. It has not been pleasant for me. I'm not the only one. I'm just a Leo. So it always feels like it's just about me and I'm the only one. Not true. I understand that. I get it. So hopefully this Leo season, considering everything that's happening, will be more passionate, more fiery, more fun. And Leo's all about the heart and the big love. So hopefully it'll be a very loving season as well. So I wanted to talk to you about this weekend and what the sitch is and the scoop on the poop per my spirit team. And then I will pull a card for us so that we can see what implementation tool we can use. Now, please just remember this is a reading for the collective. So not all this information is going to resonate with everyone. So just take what does and toss what doesn't. If you would like something more personal, more private, we can arrange that. Check out my site, terryhuberman.com. Click on the book a reading section and we'll go from there. And just as a last reminder, until July 31st. So that's only 7-8 days left to book a 45-minute reading. I will be retiring those. And right now, until July 31st, I am offering a $50 off discount if you use the code JUL, J-U-L 2020 at checkout. Then all that will be available are 30-minute readings. So if you wanted a 45-minute or you wanted a longer than a 30, now is your time. Speak now or forever hold your peace, people. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor. So what did my team share with me this morning about this weekend? I know it's Leo season and all I want to do is just play and have fun. But, that dark side, it's not so much the dark side, but the shadow side of humanity and just personal in 2020 is here. And the rest of 2020 is going to be rough, you guys. It will be rough. So this is a rough weekend. I don't know that I want to call it a heads up buttercup alert kind of weekend, but I want to say that there will be emotions involved. And it is the topic they gave me is of self-forgiveness and really coming to the self, and that it's going to be very, very easy for us to distract ourselves from the healing work that needs to take place this weekend around self-forgiveness. Not an easy thing to do. A lot of us have a tendency to abandon ourselves, right? And make choices for approval or wanting to do things to prove our worthiness to other people or just our acceptance. And in that process, we abandon ourselves. And I don't think there's any human that hasn't done that. Some of us have a tendency to do that more than others, and it's a very codependent trait. I myself have been exploring codependency and in what ways I am abandoning myself and giving of myself. And it's been a very rough process. And it's part of the shadow parts of ourselves. It's the parts of ourselves that we don't want to look at, we avoid, we distract, we just don't want to deal with. And it would be so much easier for us to point out other people's flaws or judge other people instead of working or looking at those dark, shadowy aspects of ourselves that are hidden that don't feel good to explore. And it is painful. And I'm not going to sugarcoat that. And I'm not going to bullshit you on that. It is painful. And that is what humanity is being called to do. And first on an individual level. And it does reflect on a collective level. Remember the way energy works, right? As within, so without. As above, so below. So this weekend, self-forgiveness is the healing that needs to take place. And we will be, because it still is fucking retrograde season, with what seems like 30,000 planets in retrograde. I think there's actually only 5 right now, which is significantly less than 30,000, but I'm a Leo, so I'm gonna embellish, right? Drama. We are going to be put in situations this weekend that are going to remind us of not abandoning ourselves or giving us opportunities to say no, to set boundaries, and to not abandon ourselves. And in that process, we will be reflecting on the ways we have in the past and learning to forgive ourselves and practicing forgiveness this weekend on ourselves. So it can be a very emotional weekend. So that's where I want to give you the heads up, Buttercup. Not that it's a bad weekend or anything like that, but it's an emotional weekend where your shadow is really going to come out. And here's the thing, in order to get to the light, you got to work the shadow. I mean, we live in a physical 3D world. We're human beings. We're made of matter and density, right? And because of that, we have polarity and duality. So we can't just do light work. We also have to do shadow work, right? So this weekend is about shadow work, opposites, right? So that's the other thing, is this weekend we might start to recognize the duality in not just ourselves, how we behave, how we act, and how we are, but also in other people. And that's the other thing that I wanted to share with you, is that other people, and not just you, will be doing their shadow work as well, whether they're aware of it or not, in self-forgiveness. So it's also a time this weekend to be compassionate for other people and for ourselves. So we're being called to do some heavy shit this weekend, you guys. Look at ourselves, look at the areas where we've abandoned ourselves. Where have we tried so hard to get other people's approval, to win other people over, to give ourselves away so that people will want to accept us, right? And then we're going to have to explore how that feels. And then we're going to have to forgive ourselves for that, right? So, I mean, just imagine that's happening on an individual level and then on a collective level. So you know what's really good to do this weekend is some heart tapping and activate that energy center. The 2 things will happen if you do that. And I'm just showing you how to do it right now. Well, a couple things happen. One, you activate your vagus nerve, which is the nerve that runs from, it goes up your neck into your brain. It goes into the part of the brain where it makes you feel safe. And the other thing is that you're activating your compassion and your love for not just yourself, but other people as well. And the heart holds all the answers, right? So when you activate your heart and you can get into your heart, healing just goes a lot quicker and smoother. It brings up the shadow self faster. So you might cry, you know, your body might have some sort of an energetic release, and it's okay. And energetic releases come as deep sighs. They come as face leaking or crying, right? They come as burping, they come as farting. So just whatever. But it's a great weekend to get into your heart to help with that self-forgiveness, okay? You can even rub your heart center, or you can tap it like this. It's just, and it also connects you to your body. So this weekend, just be kind and compassionate to yourself. Do your shadow work. Don't ignore it. There'll be plenty of opportunities to distract it. But if you don't deal with it now, you're going to have to deal with it in 20 years from now. And you want to know something, it's going to hurt more then than it does now. So this weekend is about getting into your heart. It's about activating your own self-compassion. It's about really taking stock and seeing, where do I abandon myself? Where do I abandon myself? And it's just so that other people can like me and approve of me. All right, you guys, it can be a rough weekend. So like, hang in there and hug yourself. Hug yourself. Hug yourself. All right, you guys. What am I always saying to you? Stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. And of course, you can stay connected to me. And I apologize for not picking a card. They were just like, they are like, start doing heart tapping. So I'm like, all right. So instead of a card today, you got a heart tap. We did a little energy exercise today instead. You got to forgive me for that. No cards today. Energy today. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. All right, you guys, I love you. Thank you. And stay connected, and I'll see ya on the flip side.